Hey ladies, ever been in a situation where things seem to be going perfectly with a guy, and then out of nowhere it felt like he was slipping away? One day he's all about you, and the next it's like you're left wondering if you even matter to him anymore. If you've been there, you know how confusing and frustrating that can be. Maybe those sweet, late-night calls have turned into rushed texts, or those exciting weekend plans are now just distant memories. It's enough to make anyone wonder, did I do something wrong? Or is he just not into me anymore? Rest assured you're not alone. Spotting the signs that a guy's losing interest can be tough, especially when your heart's on the line. But ignoring those signs, that leads to even more heartache and confusion. In this video, I'm going to help you decode his behavior and teach you how to spot the red flags early on so that you can stop second-guessing yourself and avoid feeling undervalued. If you've ever questioned where you stand with him or felt like he's pulling away, you're in the right place. By the end of this video, you'll have all the clarity you need to confidently take your next steps. So grab your favorite drink, get comfy, and let's dive into the unmistakable signs that he's losing interest and what you can do about it. Sign 1 is communication has changed. Remember when his texts were filled with excitement, those sweet good mornings, and long conversations just because he wanted to hear your voice? If that's been replaced with short, one-word replies, or you're waiting hours or even days for a response, it's a huge red flag. Communication is key in any relationship, and if it's dwindling, it's a sign something shifted. Think about it: when someone is genuinely interested, they make an effort to stay in touch, even with a busy schedule. If he's not initiating conversations anymore, or worse, leaving your messages unread for hours, you've got to take note. A guy who's interested will find a way to connect, no matter how packed his day is. If that effort is suddenly disappearing without explanation, it's time to face the possibility that his interest might be fading. Sign 2, he's always busy or unavailable. In the beginning, he made time for you, no matter what his schedule could be packed, but he'd still carve out moments to be with you. Now, every time you try to make plans, he's too busy or swamped with work. Sound familiar? While life gets hectic, when someone truly cares about you, they prioritize you. But if he's always too busy to see you, yet he's hanging out with his friends or indulging in hobbies on social media, it's a red flag. A man who's losing interest tends to make excuses and avoid spending meaningful time together. And even if you do manage to get together, if he's distracted or constantly checking his phone, something's not right. Effort speaks louder than words. And if he's pulling away emotionally or physically, it's time to confront the situation before it gets worse. Sign 3, he's stopped asking about your life. Do you remember when he used to ask about your day, your dreams, and even the little things going on in your life? A guy who's into you wants to know everything about you, your thoughts, your feelings, your passions. But if he's stopped asking those questions or no longer shows interest in what's happening with you, it's a major sign he's checked out. Maybe he used to follow up on that project you mentioned at work or the trip you were planning, but now he doesn't seem to care. A sudden lack of curiosity about your life isn't just a small thing, it's a sign that he's no longer invested in the relationship. When a guy stops caring about what matters to you, it's a sign his feelings have shifted, and it's time to take note. Sign 4, he's less affectionate. Affection is the heartbeat of any relationship. Physical and emotional connection keeps the spark alive. So what happens when he's no longer reaching for your hand, giving you that goodbye kiss, or even offering those sweet compliments that used to make your day? If his affection, both physical and emotional, has become a rare occurrence, something's definitely changed. Maybe it's not just about holding hands, it's also about whether he still makes you feel special. When a guy stops putting in the effort to show love, whether through touch or words, it's a sign his feelings may not be as strong as they once were. And while everyone has their own love language, a noticeable shift in how he expresses affection can't be ignored. It's time to ask yourself, is he still as emotionally present as he was before? Sign 5, he's no longer excited to see you. Remember how he used to light up when you walked into the room? How he couldn't wait to spend time with you? If that excitement has faded, it's another major red flag. When someone is really into you, they're eager to see you, talk to you, and share experiences with you. But if he's no longer making plans, or when you do see each other, seems distant and uninterested, it's worth asking yourself what's changed. Has he become indifferent when you share exciting news or stop planning fun things to do together? A loss of excitement is usually a sign that his feelings have shifted. While it's normal for relationships to mellow out over time, consistent disinterest should not be ignored. Sign 6, he's easily irritated or distant. Have you noticed that the smallest things seem to annoy him now? Maybe he used to laugh things off or be patient with you, but now he's quick to pick fights or make negative comments. If he's becoming more irritable or distant, it could be a sign that he's emotionally checking out. It's not just about arguments. Either sometimes he may withdraw emotionally, avoiding serious conversations or shutting down when you try to talk about your relationship. When someone loses interest, they often pull away emotionally, leaving you feeling like you're walking on eggshells. If he's lost his sense of humor or no longer enjoys the things you used to do together, it's time to ask what's really going on. Sign 7, he stopped putting in effort. Effort is everything in a relationship. It's what keeps the connection alive, the bond strong, and the relationship thriving. But if he's no longer putting in the effort, whether that's planning dates, surprising you with little gestures, or even just showing up consistently, it's a major red flag. Ask yourself, is he still showing up for you the way he used to? Or does it feel like he's barely doing the minimum? Relationships require continuous effort, and if you're the only one trying to keep things going, it's time to evaluate where you stand. Effort isn't just about grand gestures, it's about being present, showing up, and making your partner feel valued. If that's missing, something needs to be addressed. Sign 8, he stopped making future plans with you. When a guy is truly interested, he'll naturally start including you in his future. Whether it's planning for holidays, introducing you to his friends and family, or making fun plans for months ahead, he's thinking long-term. But if he's lost interest, he'll likely avoid any discussions about the future altogether. Does he seem hesitant to commit to plans or get vague whenever you talk about doing something together down the road? If he's no longer including you in his future plans, it's a red flag. A guy who avoids making future commitments could be emotionally detaching and no longer sees a future with you. Sign 9, he no longer prioritizes your feelings. In a healthy relationship, both partners prioritize each other's feelings, making sure their emotional needs are met. But if your guy has started dismissing your emotions, downplaying your concerns, or invalidating your feelings, it's a sign that something has shifted. Maybe you've noticed that when you try to express yourself, he brushes it off or becomes defensive. When a man stops caring about how his actions affect you or doesn't make an effort to understand your point of view, it's a clear sign he's losing interest. Emotional neglect is one of the biggest signs of disconnection, and if he's no longer supporting you emotionally, it's time to reassess the relationship. Ladies, if any of these signs hit home, it's important to pay attention. Relationships should make you feel supported, valued, and uplifted, not confused, unimportant, or second-guessing yourself. If he's showing consistent signs of losing interest, it's not a reflection of your worth, but a signal that it may be time to reevaluate the relationship. Communication can bring clarity, but sometimes moving on is the healthiest choice. You deserve someone who is fully committed and values you for who you are. Craving a smooth and easy shopping experience? Omty Store is your one-stop shop. Explore a stylish range of shirts, tees, hoodies, classic crewneck sweatshirts, and more, all available at your fingertips. With just a few clicks, you'll be ready for every season. Shop smarter and faster with Omty. Hit the link in the description to kickstart your shopping spree today.